today we will be winning the Heisman without winning a single game. In order to complete this 0-12 Heisman challenge, we have created Alvin Johnson and put him on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Now, if you know Calvin Johnson, he used to be part of the Detroit Lions who had a lot of losing seasons, and Alvin Johnson will be no different. Now, Mississippi State is a part of the SEC conference and they play a lot of top opponents, so losing shouldn't be that hard. Ironically, there is one game that's gonna be hard to lose, and that is this FCS Midwest game. I can't even force loss this game. I am just gonna have to play terrible ball against them. But yeah, we're against FCS Midwest. I think I have a method of getting them to lose this game. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play the full game and then just give them free touchdowns. Now, I think I am gonna run up the points this game. I just have to make sure I let them score. Oh, I did not mean to throw this. And he snagged on them. Okay, like I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna run up the stats. I just have to make sure they score as well. As long as the other team is scoring, we should be fine. Now, this is probably the weirdest experiment I've done yet, because I've done like yards restrictions, you know what I'm saying? I've done stuff like that, but I've never done anything to sabotage their win record. Like in all of my Heisman videos, I don't think I've ever lost like more than 3 games in a season. Me doing this is like a whole nother field. Yeah, but for right now against FCS, this is the game plan. Now, the other teams we play should be able to score pretty easily, but I know this team's going to struggle. So I'm just going to give them the best opportunity to score. Yeah, I was kind of scared he was gonna catch that, but yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna do this, let this game go back and forth so they can get some points on the board. Now, knowing EA, knowing the Heisman logic like I do, I'd say that this might be possible. I'm pretty sure it's possible. I feel like if EA did add like a record logic to the Heisman voting, then it's probably like you'll probably still be able to win the Heisman even with the bad record. You just probably have to put up a lot of yards. That's what I'm thinking. So I do believe it's possible. It's just how many yards do I have to put up to do it? Okay, and look at me getting a pick. You know what? Honestly, that's actually good. I could just let him get a pick 6. I can let him get a pick 6, let him get another point on the board. Now, with us being down, I can just pretty much do whatever I want. I can score. Should I score this? I mean, we only got 1 touchdown a day. They got another chance to score again. We don't have to worry about that. I think one thing I'm gonna start doing though, I think I'm just gonna get us down here with the wide receiver and then just run us all the way back. Just to make sure we don't get any field goals, none of that. Make sure we get no points. This game might actually end up being 14-13, all because I missed the PAT on purpose. All because I don't really feel like playing defense every time, bro. I don't want to have to force him to score every time. All right, so I think I found the game plan. Pretty much what I'm going to do, I'm going to go a couple drives without scoring, and then don't throw another pick. And then when I go those couple drives without scoring, they should get some points on the board, and then Johnson has a chance to finally get some touchdowns. I mean, touchdowns, I don't think they're that important, especially for wide receiver. I don't think they're that important in the Heisman race, but they do help. They do help a little bit. But yeah, us purposely going a couple drives without scoring will be his best shot at getting those touchdowns, though. But like I said earlier, I do feel like this is possible. I feel like it's gonna be harder to like initially get on the Heisman watch due to us always losing. But I feel like eventually we should get up there. The fact that I actually have a chance to win the game right now is kind of insane. Like we were down like 2 scores. And I could win the game literally right now. I could literally win the game right now. All for the challenge. We're gonna let the clock run out, and we lose to FCS Midwest 34-32. And he still got player of the game even though they lost. He had 15 catches, 549 receiving yards, and 5 touchdowns. That's the first time I've ever seen that. I don't know if they did that because it's FCS Midwest or if that's just what they do, but that's literally the first time I've seen the loser team get player of the game. After that performance, he is nowhere to be found on the Heisman watch. That's usually how it goes after week 1, so this is nothing to worry about. But now that's out the way, we should be able to lose these games pretty easily. It shouldn't be as hard as that one. I shouldn't have to force them to score too many more times. And yeah, let's go out there and lose some games. You know, now that I think about it, imagine being so good that you are in the Heisman conversation, but your team is 0-12. Like, do you understand how crazy that would be? You know how mad I'd be if I was that dude that was so good, but my team sucked that bad that we have not won a game all season. Like, this is pretty much how Malik Neighbors feels right now. Sure, he's not in the MVP talks, you know what I mean? But like, he should be, I'm pretty sure he's in like the offensive rookie of the year talks. You know what I'm saying? But his team is butt cheeks. The Giants suck. And today is when he just had the interview when he said that the quarterback isn't a problem. That's not why they're losing. Which I thought was hilarious because he came from a winning background, most likely, especially since he played with like a winning program, LSU, and now he's playing with a terrible franchise with the Giants, bro. Hopefully they go get him a quarterback this year, and hopefully that quarterback lives up to some expectations, man. Now, I am an Eagles fan, so I don't really care if that situation gets any better. It doesn't affect me. I don't want it to get too good. If we're being honest, wide receiver is like the only hypothetical, you know what I'm saying? This isn't that realistic, but like, if it would happen, wide receiver would be the position that could somehow win like Heisman or MVP with the 0-12 record. Like, because most of the time a loss cannot be blamed on a wide receiver, like, because they don't get the ball more than 10 times. More than likely, most games they do not get the ball more than 10 times. Like running backs, they get the ball maybe 20 times a game. Quarterback gets the ball, I mean, they touch the ball every play of the game. They probably throw the ball maybe 30-40 times a game. So it's different. Wide receivers, they don't get the ball nearly as much. So if one position could get the award regardless of their win record, it would be the wide receiver. Well, also defense players. I can see it happen for defensive players as well. They don't have too much effect. I mean, they have minimal effect. As long as they're doing their job, then that's all they can do. Now, the following game, he only had 157 yards, 8 receptions, and that's not because I was trying to give him the ball, bro. Our quarterback went 10 for 43, bro. His throw power is terrible. This dude cannot loft the ball to save his life. Even with that, when we check the Heisman watch the following week, we are up here. Now, the only question will be, will we continue to stay up here as the losses rack up? Now, if we want to be real, 0-2 in real life, they probably will write you off. I'm not gonna lie, but you still have a chance to change the season and probably go 10-2, possibly, you know. So I wouldn't say they write you off completely yet, you know what I mean? Through 3 games in the season, we already have 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns. Even with no wins on the season, we are #1 on the Heisman list. And I'm starting to think that record does not matter. But luckily, in this challenge, I can sim games. Usually in these challenges, I don't have the opportunity to sim games, but I can easily just force a win on every one of these games, and I can just sim. Yeah, so I don't have to sit here and play every game, and I can get my answer even sooner. I just have to make sure that when I sim, we actually lose the games. I've simmed 2 more weeks and we are still #1 on the Heisman Award. We are currently 0-6 on the year. Yeah, we've lost every game this season, of course. All these games are close though. I don't think that's the reason we're on the Heisman watch though. I just think that EA is a tad bit lazy. Yeah, let me know if someone should actually win the Heisman. If they're dominating, I'm talking about breaking records. Like, imagine Genty lost every game this season, but he destroyed Barry Sanders' record. Do you believe that he should win the Heisman? I have been simming and we have dropped down to #3 on the Heisman watch. I don't know if this is because we're having bad games. We did just have 106 receiving yard games. I don't know if that's because we were having bad games or if it's because of the record, but I'm going to go play this next game and try to see if we go back up. All right, after a 300-yard performance, we moved up to 2. But we're slowly losing it. We have 1,900 receiving yards on the year though. Like, I don't know if I sold by simming or if it's starting to factor in the losses, but we have 18 touchdowns, 1,900 receiving yards. And I guess I'm just gonna play the rest of the season now. I think I sadly picked the worst game to lock in. James Pierce Jr. is going crazy on me. Pause. But that man he's having him a show right now. Can I finally get some yards? No, I can't. That's their 4th pick of today, bro. That's their 4th pick of today. I picked the worst game to lock in. Oh my. Okay, I wish Tennessee play like this every weekend, man. Imagine we play like this every weekend. All right, yeah, I dropped another 300-yard game and we're back up here. I think we're fine. I think I just had to keep playing to get us back up here. I think the problem was that we were having mediocre performances. We fell off a little bit. I think we're back now, though. All right, we have officially played our last game. We are still #1 on the Heisman watch. I'm pretty sure everybody else on this Heisman list has to play their conference championship game, which we do not have the opportunity to do because we did go 0-12. But after those games, we should figure out if we win Heisman or not. And we find out that we do end up being the player of the year, which often leads to Heisman. We had 3,137 yards, 28 touchdowns, 108 receptions. I'm pretty sure we broke every record, maybe except receptions. I don't know what the reception record is. That would be the only record we did not break. And then we officially win the Heisman 2024 Heisman Trophy winner. And we will not be playing the playoffs because this video is not about that. This is strictly a Heisman video. And I want to thank y'all for watching this video. If you made it this far, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, that is the end of the video, man. I want to thank y'all for watching, and I'm out. Peace.